Hey, what up? Today is September 12th, 2024. This is the 2-year anniversary of the day I shipped out to boot camp, the Marines, and 2 months later, I was on my way back home because of this. It's a very long, annoyingly complicated story, but if you want to see that, I'll put a link to it. Now, when I was medically discharged, I set a goal for myself, which was that I wasn't sure if I would ever be able to or want to go back in after that experience, but if I did, I wanted to make sure that I was in a place in a physical sense where I could, if I needed to. I wanted to make sure that I could meet all the requirements and get through everything that had broken me the first time around. There is, however, an even more urgent goal than that. Over on my main channel, I'm turning myself into Batman. There's a link down south, go subscribe. That is to say, basically turning myself into a polymath. Is it polymath or polymath? I don't know, polymath sounds cooler. Turning myself into a polymath and also a physical polymath, if that makes sense. That's gonna be a lot of martial arts, it's gonna be a lot of heavy training, all these things. I need my feet to work. After I got sent home from boot camp, I ended up going straight into construction from there, which in hindsight, not the best idea. Beat my foot up even more doing that. Not terrible, but still not easy on it by any means. And so ever since all of that combined, today I can't run any distance really without injuring my feet even more, reopening fractures, all that. It's not fun. Which is why in this video, I'm gonna try physical therapy for 30 days and see what happens. All right, so I saw a PT a little while ago actually, and he was insanely helpful, gave me some really good exercises to work on, start fixing things. It was helping a lot already, so I know this is going to work, but I couldn't stick to the exercises. It's hard to keep up with that. It's really kind of annoying, hard to think about it, get it in your day, all of that. So I'm trying Habitica again. I used this years ago. If you don't know what it is, it's picture a gamified version of a habit tracker to-do list type thing, like built as an RPG. So can you see my screen? Barely. You kind of upgrade your character based on earning points for all the shit you do all day. I haven't done this yet, but you can change the sound effects. I like mine. So last time around when I saw the PT, I stuck with the exercises for like 2 weeks maybe, and super helpful. I was able to run a decent ways with no real issues at all. My cardio gave out before my foot did, so that was a win. I got shit cardio though, so that doesn't mean much. But this time around, let's actually stick to it. I'm gonna do it for a month this time, for real, a month this time. And hopefully, by the end of that month, it'll be fixed forever. What's up? I just got back from the gym, so bear with me here. I'm tired. We're gonna do this anyway. All right, so you know how I said a while ago, I went to see PT Cincinnati. He gave me some exercises to work on at home. Ah, shit, exercise program expired. What? I gotta install an app now. Everything's too smart now. Everything's too smart. I'm going back to like physical technology. By that I mean like dedicated technology. Pretty soon I think I'm probably gonna buy an MP3 player. I've been listening to like CDs all over again, watching all my movies on DVD and Blu-ray. It's great. Big fan of it so far. Okay, well, I was gonna show you him doing them in the videos he sent me, but I no longer have access to them. So that means I get to go off memory, which means all of this is gonna be wrong, but we're gonna try anyway. All right, the really important one that I kind of remember is bear pose, or whatever he was calling that, which is shoulders something, and your feet something. Oh hey, am I on it? Am I actually on it right now? No freaking way. That was an accident, but I think I'm actually in the right pose right now. I can't tell. I don't think I'm in the pose. These are timing hands. Look at this. This side's way easier. Am I doing it wrong though? Wait. compare to the other exercises I've tried to do that I don't remember how to do, so I know I did them wrong. And it felt like I did them wrong, so that ain't gonna help at all. Alright, so my first major tangible goal is 1 mile, well not first, sorry. My bigger first tangible goal is running 1 mile without any major pain. And then the ultimate goal is running 3 miles with no major pain within the time limit of the CFT, which is the run that I went down on in boot camp. So that one, at least for you know, personal reasons, I have to get that. But for now, it'll be a while before I get to that point. So the first major goalpost is 1 mile, no pain. For now, I'm stuck right around a 1/4 mile, and I'm pretty much fine with that. If I start going past that, it starts to hurt a little bit more. For the purposes of this video, I'm shooting for a 1/2 mile. That should be attainable within the time span of making this. So we're going for a 1/2 mile. For now, I'm just gonna confirm I can get a 1/4 mile just fine, and then we will go from there. Easy, and in the sweatshirt, easy. Okay, so can confirm 1/4 mile. That's easy, that's fine. 1/2 mile, I've done somewhat recently, but I'm not sure I can get it again right now. So that's still the goal. 1/4 mile, all set. All right, so for now, in the meantime, before I can hit that running goal, my main workout that I'm doing is rock climbing, because that's definitely a skill that Batman would know, and I need to do that. So I'm doing rock climbing because it's pretty easy on my feet. Obviously, like, I'm using them a lot, but it's not, you know, my weight's distributed mostly to my hands. It's not too hard on my feet, and I'm enjoying it. So you'll see more of that in a minute, but that's what I'm doing right now. Okay, so let's talk Habitica. Didn't work. Didn't work. For some context here, like I said, I tried this years ago, late high school and into college. I was using Habitica, and in high school, when I first tried this, it was phenomenal. I love this. I still love this thing. It's awesome. I adore the idea. I hope more companies will kind of emulate this in different ways, because I love the idea. It is an RPG gamification of building your habits. Hatch your little pets, and you know, get new swords and armor and all that stuff. And you know, you have to gain coins by completing all your tasks for the day. So if I didn't do my hip hinges today, that's a negative habit, and it's got cool sound effects. If I did do my hip hinges, positive. And you know, if you do negative for a while, they end up being orange like these. If you do positive for a while, they end up being green like these. Daily habits, those reset every day. Just check them off. If you don't check them off, at the end of the day, you'll lose health points. To keep you accountable, and this is where it gets good, is you have your party right over here. On quests together, which is where suddenly now, if you're on a quest with your party, if you lose health, if you don't meet your dailies, or you don't, you know, if you do negative habits, then your entire party loses health. You all get hit for that. It's a phenomenal program. If you've never used it, I strongly recommend. This is not sponsored by them in any way. I just really like Habitica. The problem is what I experienced in college and just experienced again, which is when I did this in high school, I maxed out my character. I got everything I wanted. He looked exactly the way I wanted him to look, and I didn't care anymore. I got everything, and there was no longer really much of a positive incentive to keep doing it. I deleted that account, I made a new one, started from scratch, and within a couple of days I didn't care again. So I think by nature of having completed it at all, I just don't care anymore. So this is not working for me this time around, which is a shame, but what are you going to do? But if you haven't used it before, I do recommend it. So let's talk instead about what I have been doing that's actually been working. Okay, what I've been doing instead is as simple as it's really going to get. So as much as I would like to have some sort of fun program like Habitica to keep things interesting for me, what I found is that what I already discussed, there wasn't a lot of actual incentive with Habitica specifically, but also I don't think I love the idea of something else controlling whether or not I build those habits. You know how in school, like, the last thing you want to do is write the essay you have to write, but at least this was me in school. I loved to write on my own, but if it was an assignment, I wasn't going to do it. Like, it kind of feels like that thing again. So what I'm doing instead is I'm just using my calendar and to-do list. Obviously, I have not decked out my calendar for this week yet, but so I train. This is just normal gym stuff right after I get off work, and then when I get back is when I'm going to do my physical therapy. So I have that set to repeat every day of the week except for the 2 days when I don't train per week. And then I usually will access my to-do list from Google Tasks app on my phone, which I also do have in this little sidebar on my email, along with Google Calendar and Keep and all that. PT on here as well, also set to repeat every day. This way I can have the kind of satisfaction of checking something off of my list. Although I don't always use it on my desktop on my email, because also I have a separate app for linked to Google Tasks that makes noise when I finish a task. After doing this for 30 days, I can confidently say that there has been a massive improvement, and although it's still not perfect, at times it does still hurt, I can go about all of my training and all of my daily activities without any major problems. So I'm confident that over the next couple of months of doing this, certainly by next year, I will be ready to do kickboxing and more intensive training than I'm already doing. But it'll still be a little while before I get to that point, so subscribe to see all my progress over the next few months. I might not have gotten quite as far as I was hoping I would in this 1 month, but the point of a habit is doing something over a long period of time, and eventually it will pay off. So whatever you're working on right now, stick with it, and eventually you'll get there. Thanks for watching. I make a bunch of videos like these on this new channel for behind the scenes casual type stuff, and also on my main channel, which I mentioned earlier. That's like high quality cinematic stuffs. Yeah, it's cool. Go check it out. And then also coffee. I have a coffee company. Did you know that? I knew that. You get a 10% discount because I'm nice like that. But anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.